Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Nosa. I'm a medical doctor in the UK and I make videos on medicine and lifestyle. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my skincare routine slash how I got rid of my dark acne spots. Now, I've come to you guys barefaced because I wanted you guys to see what my skin looks like now, and I'll be sharing pictures of what my skin looked like before, and by before I mean last year, and also what I've done to make my skin look like this. Now, my skin is definitely a work in progress. It's not perfect, but I've definitely come a far way from where I used to be. So guys, I'm just going to insert here what my skin looked like last year. If you're dealing with acne or acne scars, you understand how it can really affect your self-esteem. So I was definitely not feeling the best about myself back then. But you know, when I started my skincare routine, about 3 weeks after, I noticed a major difference in my skin. Again, I'll show you a picture here of what my skin looked like 3 weeks after, and then another, like, I would say 4 weeks, I would say my skin got, you know, completely clear. Now obviously we all have bad and good days, but I would say in general my skin this year, and since I started using the skincare routine, has been much better than ever in my life, to be honest. So when it comes to skincare, I believe in keeping your skincare routine as minimalist as possible. I don't believe, you know, when people use about 15-20 ingredients on their face and I'm like, wow, why are you using so much? Because the more products you use, the more likely you are to come across products that would irritate your skin. And that's not what we want, because when you irritate your skin is like it's getting inflamed, you know, you get the spots and all of that. So you don't want to do that. And I don't think it's a coincidence that, you know, the dermatologists I know in real life and the dermatologists I even follow on YouTube, like Dr. Dre, Dr. Pimple Popper, they don't use that many products. You know, it's really about finding what works for you and keeping your skincare routine as minimalist as possible, in my opinion. Just before I share my routine though, I just want to mention that skin, you know, genetics play a huge factor when it comes to your skin. So don't necessarily believe anybody you watch telling you this is what they use and this is how they got clear skin, because a lot of those people actually have naturally good skin, and that's just really down to genetics and not really the products they are using. So just bear that in mind before, you know, watching any YouTuber and trying on any products they might recommend. I personally have dry, sensitive skin, and if you've got acne slash acne scars, it can be a bit difficult to get rid of those without drying out your skin even more. A lot of the products that are recommended for acne, like salicylic acid, they tend to dry your skin out as well. So that was something I realized early on, that, you know, it was going to be difficult treating acne with dry skin. So salicylic acid is what you're meant to use if you've got acne, but I tried salicylic acid products and for some reason they always just broke my skin out. I don't know why, but it just didn't work for me, and it was during that process of trying out other products that I figured out what worked for me. So now onto my skincare routine. Now, a couple of products help me clear my acne slash acne scars, and the first one is Dudu Osun. Now hold on, a lot of people might have heard of Dudu Osun, and a lot of people have probably tried it and found it too drying. There's no doubt that Dudu Osun is a drying product, but at the end of the day, I found a way to counteract that drying effect by hydrating my skin as much as possible, and that's what I'll share with you again today. But let me just talk about Dudu Osun for a second. So this is the Dudu Osun soap. It's black soap, it's Nigerian black soap. Just bear in mind that loads of black soaps out there, but this is what I found worked for me, and it contains all natural ingredients as well, which is great. As a medical doctor, my ideal scenario would have been to be using a product that has a lot of research and studies behind it, like randomized controlled trials, to prove the product actually works. But personally, I just couldn't find a product like that, and unfortunately Dudu Osun does not actually have any studies behind it as far as the effectiveness. What I can tell you is what it did for me. So it definitely brightened my skin, it definitely evened my skin tone, and it definitely faded my acne scars to the point where I have one tiny one here, if you guys can see that, but you know, I barely have what I used to have based on those pictures. Dudu Osun, to my knowledge, is not known to cause any harmful effect or considered unsafe to the skin, so I've continued to use it and it's been working for me. So as I said earlier, Dudu Osun is drying to the skin, and there's no denying that. However, I found, you know, when I first started trying to get rid of my acne scars, I was using it every day on my skin, and I found it was a bit tough on my skin. So I reduced the frequency to to every other day, and sometimes I would skip 2 days if I felt like my skin was feeling a little bit sensitive, and I would just use my simple wash or any other plain wash on my skin to kind of give my skin, you know, some, should I say, breathing space. Okay, and that's how I kind of help minimize that drying effect. But also, what really made a huge difference to this drying effect of Dudu Osun is this amazing product from Boots. It's called the glycerin and rose water. I don't know if you guys can see that there. It's amazing. I use it as soon as I get out of the shower, and I put Dudu Osun on my face. By the way, I put Dudu Osun for about, I would say, 15-20 seconds, and then I would put this product on my face, and honestly, it is so hydrating because it's got glycerin and rose water, which are known to be very, very hydrating. If you didn't know, the ideal skin pH is about 5.5, so this product helps restore that pH as well, because Dudu Osun is not exactly the best product in terms of, you know, maintaining the pH of the skin, but this kind of helps restore that balance. That is the rose water. Rose water also, you know, reduces irritation, redness, so my skin just loves it. And ever since I started using this with the Dudu Osun, ooh, my skin's been amazing. And you know what, this product is only £2.39. I take some of it and dab it onto my cotton pad, and like I said, put it on right after I come out of the shower. That way you're just sealing in that moisture after showering. Rose water is also high in antioxidants, which also protects the skin from, you know, free radical damage. So this product, you know, glycerin and rose water is just, you know, a win-win for me. Another product I tend to use once or twice a week at the most is this brush. I got it from Amazon, and the reason I chose this specific brush is because it self-rotates on its own. So I just put the on and off button at the back. It's got batteries and it just rotates, and I put it on my face like that, move it around. And the reason why I chose this particular brush that self-rotates on its own is because if you get one of those brushes, you have to, you know, do the pressure yourself. Sometimes you can apply a bit too much pressure. That can lead to micro tears, and that can lead to hyperpigmentation. So you want to use something that you know, kind of does the work for you, and you just leave it on for a very short while. Don't spend ages trying to brush. I think you just need to be gentle with this. And like I said, for me, I could only use this once or twice a week with the Dudu Osun because it would be a bit much after that. Anyway, after using the Dudu Osun and the glycerin and rose water after, I apply a moisturizer. Now my favorite moisturizer, and you know, people might be shocked by this because it's nothing fancy, but it's just what works for me and keeps my skin very hydrated, is E45. Is that focusing? Well, this is just my favorite product. Like, I don't know what it is, but it just keeps my skin moisturized for a very, very long time. And after the E45, I apply my sunscreen, which is black girl friendly / women of color friendly. It's also a physical sunscreen, and it's tinted as well. So it's called the La Poche Rosé sunscreen. I hope that's focusing as well. Honestly, this is the only sunscreen I've used that I've liked. Like, it does not leave that white cast, which is very common with a lot of sunscreens. So you just kind of shake it, kind of makes that sound. And then I would say I apply about twice a day. If I could apply it more, I would, but it's just long when you're busy. But yeah, I started using this. Like I said, it's the tinted version, and it barely leaves a cast or anything. So that's why I love it, and I recommend it as well. I recently purchased 2 products based on this Dr. Rattan, I think it's called. Excuse me if I haven't said that correctly. She owns the Hyperpigmentation Clinic, and she specifically caters to skin of color. I recently watched a couple of her YouTube videos, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try some products she recommended. So one of them is the niacinamide The Ordinary. And niacinamide has a lot of benefits for skin of color, improves hyperpigmentation, evens out skin tone, and I'm going to be using this at night. Hopefully I don't react to it, because honestly, I'm sick of reacting to stuff. The other product I got as well, based on her recommendation as well, is a hydration formula from The Ordinary as well. It's got natural moisturizing factors and hyaluronic acid, which would help moisturize my skin. So again, I hope I don't react to this, and I'll let you guys know how it goes with these 2 products. I'm really looking forward to trying them out. That is my skincare routine in a nutshell, guys. When it comes to skincare, I really feel like you should use products that work for you and not necessarily what is popular. For example, I remember there was a time when this vitamin C product, Paula's Choice, was quite common. It's not exactly the cheapest as well, and I bought it. My skin did not like it, so I've not used it. I mean, I'm sure someone else might benefit from it, but my skin just was not a fan of it. Another product I was surprised I actually reacted to was the CeraVe product. Now, a lot of the dermatologists seem to like this product, and I'm not saying it does not work for some people, but for me, my skin just didn't like it. The first day I used it, I broke out in like a maculopapular rash on my forehead, and that wasn't the best. So yeah, I just immediately stopped using this as well. Another thing with skincare is that for everyone's different, but for me personally, I noticed that when I eat a bit of peanut butter, like by a bit I mean like more than 1 tablespoon a day, I tend to break out for some reason. My skin just does not like peanut butter. So if you're suffering with acne or acne scars, I believe that you should, you know, pay attention to your diet and see if there's any particular thing that you eat. Commonly, dairy is a common factor that causes that. But if, like, for example, you notice that whenever you have quite a bit of dairy, you tend to break out, then, you know, just try and cut back on that. Because, like I said, diet definitely, you know, plays a role to some extent to acne and acne scars. You guys should let me know in the comments if you use any of the products here or what has worked for you in the past. I'm really interested to know. I just want to mention to you guys, although I'm a medical doctor in the UK, I am not a skin specialist / dermatologist, so I don't have the specialist knowledge you would expect a dermatologist to have. So don't ask me any questions in the comments that are, like, you know, very specific to dermatologists, because I won't be able to help, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.